Hello, I'm Harry, and I want to talk to you about self-promotion. And in particular, I want to talk to you about how difficult I find it. And I think I'm not the only one. I think most people find it really difficult. But some people seem to be really good at it, don't they? They're naturals. And I think that's the problem. We all know somebody that's constantly taking pictures of themselves or bragging about how good they are, their achievements. And often these people don't actually have a lot really good to say about themselves. It's just noise. And we think of these so-called influencers, people that just want to be famous for the sake of it, constantly telling us how attractive they are, how rich they are, and they just want attention, really. They're not trying to make the world a better place in any way. So, this is something I've had to struggle with for all of my professional life, because when I started out 20 years ago, I set up my first digital agency, which is Voodoo Chili. I'll just show it you here. So this is the site today for my company. It's done really well. We've worked with loads of national brands. It's fantastic. But had you have met me 20 years ago, I was a young guy. I just walked out of my day job to set up this digital agency, and it was just me on my own. I was the designer, the developer. I did everything. And I had this real problem, which was I needed to talk about myself in a positive way. I needed to talk about the work that I've done, the clients that I've worked with, the good work that I was doing. But that kind of felt awkward to me because, we're taught to be humble, aren't we? And I really struggled with the idea of talking good about myself. And the way I got around that was by looking at the brand, the company, Voodoo Chili, and seeing it as something completely separate to myself and my own ego. So once I detached the brand and my ego, I was able to talk about it in a really positive way, and I was able to evidence all of the great work I've done and all of the experience that I'd built up over the years prior to setting up the agency. And it really started to pay off because, we took on better and better clients. I built a team around me, and, the rest is history. And then many years later, I set up my second digital agency, which is Heritage Creative. Now, this is my passion. I love helping museums and heritage organisations to thrive. They've had a really tough couple of years lately, as is hospitality. But, I'm really passionate about preserving our collective heritage. But again, I realised I need to be part of the brand. These clients that we work with, they want to speak to me. They want to tap into that experience that I've got. And I need to be okay with communicating that and, expressing that, because ultimately the work that I'm doing is more important than my feelings and the fact that I find it a bit awkward. So on the homepage, this is our site. On the homepage, there's a big mug shot of me, and I still feel awkward about that on there. But it's, I just tell myself, tough, really. It's not about you, Harry. It's about helping people. So this is something I'm coming to terms with, and it's something I've certainly seen a lot of our clients struggle with as well. I mean, if you ask somebody, what do they think about the organisation they work at, they're normally really proud and they can speak about it in a really positive way. But you try getting people to speak about their own achievements in that positive way, and they struggle. And yet we all need to promote what we're doing. When my team talk about the work we do together, and when they do videos like this and go on LinkedIn and and rightly talk about the amazing stuff they do, I'm incredibly proud of them, because I know they are not just promoting themselves, they're promoting the business, they're helping me, and most importantly, they're helping our clients and the people that our clients help. So I'm learning not to have a problem with it. So lastly, I've got another business. I've got a few businesses actually, and this last one's a consultancy site where I help people with digital projects, like the early stages of digital projects. So I've got a lot of experience, and I love consultancy work. It's it's a real joy for me. But this is all about me, and I can't get away from that. So again, another picture of me. There's enough of these, but you can't hide from it. When you are the brand, you have to promote yourself. And it does seem a little bit unfair that that you've got these influencers that have got nothing to say except promote themselves, and they do it effortlessly. And yet, the rest of us that are really trying to make a difference in the world, we struggle with it. Well, most of us do, I think. So I'll just leave you with a couple of questions, I think, which is, do you also struggle with this? Is this something, I don't think it's unique to me, is it? But perhaps you've got, some mechanisms that enable you to do it quite well, like, the separation of brand and ego. Maybe that's something you use. Or perhaps you're just really good at promoting yourself anyway. Perhaps that's your superpower, and you've always been really good at that. In either case, I'd really appreciate a comment, or just get in touch. I'm really interested in this as a subject. And that's the end of my little video. Cheers.